Shalom, party people, and welcome to the 12th C. All right, recap of first week of cycle 4, 75 hard, and just going to go ahead and let people know that I had a failure, and we'll get there. So starting over, and so now I am in attempt 2 of 75 hard cycle 4, but we'll get there. So January 1, 2023, started off strong, did my photo. I had peanut butter banana oatmeal, some kind of a chicken pasta, and homemade waffle peanut butter sandwich with apples and milk for dinner. I weighed 203 pounds, ran 3 miles in 26 minutes, walked to 45 minutes, did a 2-mile walk, 200 burpees and 20 pull-ups, did my gallon. I read in Your Next 5 Moves by Patrick Bet-David, and did my Bible plan where I was going through notes in Leviticus, and I shot last week's video, obviously, if you've seen that one. The next day on the 2nd, did well, did my photo, peanut butter banana oatmeal. I did more of that chicken pasta stuff with some waffles, and then had some chicken and rice with an apple and some bread. Weighed 201 even, 45 minutes of stretching, 1.5 mile walk, 100 kettlebell swings, and 275 push-ups. I continued reading in Your Next 5 Moves. I did my Bible notes through the book of Numbers, and then did my gallon of water. On the 3rd, I did peanut butter banana oatmeal. I did do my picture. I had some quesadillas, and then I had some flautas and rice that night. Weighed 201.6, 3 miles in 28 minutes, walked to 45 minutes, did balance and reaction training for 45 minutes, did my reading, and then Bible notes through Deuteronomy, did my gallon. On the next day, I did do my photo, peanut butter banana oatmeal, went through and did leftover flauta and rice. I had peas and looks like some chicken and rice on that one. 202.6, 1.5 mile walk, 200 kettlebell swings, 100 burpees, 45 minutes stretching, did my gallon, continued in my reading, and did Bible highlights through the book of Leviticus. On Thursday, I did some peanut butter oatmeal, and I had some pretzels because we were out of bananas. I had some more, looks like chicken pasta or whatever, leftovers, and then I had beef broccoli, or not beef, I had shredded chicken, teriyaki broccoli, and rice, and I did do my photo. 202.2, 3 mile run in 26 minutes, 45 minute walk, 100 burpees, 100 kettlebell swings, 50 pull-ups, did do my gallon run, or did do my gallon, continued my reading, did Bible highlights through November. So Friday is where I done messed up, Aaron. I did not take my photo, and I thought about it several times and just didn't get around to doing it. That is my own fault. I messed up, 0 excuses on that one. And so technically Friday was a failure. My food was some peanut butter oatmeal. I had some leftover flautas, rice, and I had some tortilla chips, and then homemade beef cheeseburgers with avocado on it, and some onions, and then sweet potato fries that were homemade and were fantastic. 202.6, 1 gallon, 2.5 mile ruck with a 30-pound backpack, 45 minutes of stretching that, in all honesty, wasn't good quality. I think I actually fell asleep a couple of times when I was doing some of the lay down stretches. So that's another failure in that part, because it wasn't like a good quality workout. I did do my reading, I did my highlights through November. My admission was that I forgot to take my selfie that night before I went to bed. So technically I was gonna have to go in and do a start over, which I did, and yesterday was my new day 1. So this will amend my schedule, being that 75 hard will now end for me this cycle, if I don't mess up again, on March 22nd instead of March 16th. Better to fail in the beginning, I guess, but it's still cutting short some of my time on that, and I'll go more into the failure in a little bit. I did shoot my Rec Talk video, and that was a substitute Rec Talk because I intended to do that morning. My bad, I didn't schedule my time to charge my headphones, didn't plan ahead, woke up a little bit late. So the lesson learned off of all of that was that I need to plan ahead, do things early. The simple things need to get done ASAP, and that's something that, you know, like Jocko says, that how you wake up in the morning is going to set the tone for the whole day. Well, I was laughing to myself about that as a joke at the beginning of the day, and at the end of the day I realized how true that one was. So starting the day off right does matter. So Saturday being my new start for 75 hard, I did do my photo. Made sure I did that pretty early. Peanut butter pancakes. I had a leftover flauta and some leftover chicken rice. And then last night for dinner, had some chicken pasta with homemade garlic bread and some apple slices. And then let's see, I downloaded the 75 hard app. So far it's been worth the $5. I did a stretching workout. I did my first workout. My first workout was stretching. My second workout was balance and reaction. I did take my progress photo. My 10 pages of reading was done. I drank my gallon of water. Already read off my diet stuff. And then, let's see, 199.4 pounds, 45 minutes of deep stretching, 45 minutes of balance reaction training, reading highlights through the book of Joshua. So what I like about the 75 hard app is I've got the checklist right there, and I'm not a cool kid. This is my wife's phone that I stole. So I'm going to need to go get that back to her ASAP, so I don't intend to take too terribly much longer. But if you're willing to have stuck with me for 7 minutes, I wanted to kind of go over a few things and not just have this be a video of me reading, you know, what I had for breakfast and all of that stuff. So I am working through Bible. I like this one. This is an ESV wide margin note taker Bible. I'm not sold 100% on the ESV, but I do like it. It's just a relatively readable translation for me. What I love about this is it's single column, and then you've got really wide margins to where you can take your notes, and I understand that that's backwards for people. But what I'm doing is I'm going through and I am highlighting parts of it that point forward to stuff that Messiah has done, and then making notes. I'm also making notes of Torah portions and what those Torah portions will have to do with other parts in the scriptures, where I'm going in and like, hey, this section in Genesis right here ties in to 1 Kings, and it also ties into Matthew. So fun stuff with that. This is a long-standing project that I've been slowly working on, that with this cycle of 75 hard, when I'm doing my scripture reading, that I am making serious notes in that. My book that I'm doing, is, I've already talked about it a little bit, is This Your Next 5 Moves. And that's by Patrick Bet-David. I'm about 4 chapters deep into it at the time being. I got this one from my local library, and that's how I intend to get a lot of some of the books that I intend to read that are listed behind me that you can't read because they're backwards. But the something I really like is that the library has free resources, and the purpose behind a lot of what I'm doing is trying to inspire people on how you can be better prepared with extremely low funds. And it doesn't hardly cost anything to go work out. It doesn't cost anything to go to your library. It doesn't cost anything to pick up a book and read it. It doesn't cost anything to condition yourself. And there's other things that we can do to prepare that are low cost, and it's the reps and sets that you're having to get in that matter. But that is kind of an all in all on where I'm at, what I'm doing. Yes, I did have to start over, and that's part of 75 hard, but I'm in it for the long haul, especially this year. Recap for those of you who just aren't going through playlists that I've got that have questions on, hey, who are you, what are you about, what are you doing, what's this whole 12th C thing. If you've ever been familiar with any of Bear Independence videos, he has a series called The Prepper Classroom, and in one of those is the 12 C's of survival. Those 12 C's are cover, combustion, cordage, container, cutting tool, compass, candle, commo, casualty, care, calories, combat, and conditioning. The 12th C is conditioning, and that's where I got the title for this channel, is that I want to condition myself and inspire other people to not only get in better shape, but to prepare in the things that you can't buy your way out of. Also, my mission statement is to do hard things in the pursuit of bringing glory to the Father and away from myself. To wake up every day ready to practice discipline in the skills that I have, learn new ones, and motivate others to do the same. So that's a little blurb of who I am, what I'm about, and the purpose behind this channel is to inspire people to get after it, go do hard things, and to remember that prep isn't always just buying things. It's also conditioning yourself and making the tools that you have up here and in here being the best tools that you got, so that way the tools that are out here matter. And that's where things are at. Brief update off screen. Kaleb House T-shirt came in, and I've got two. My Bad A Mama Jamma wife purchased these as a gift, and we've got matching sets now, which we're gonna be wearing, running around, and people are gonna be like, hey, what's all that? If you don't know what Kaleb House is it's a restoration facility for children that have been serially raped and rescued out of the human trafficking area, and they're being put back together. And the cool thing about Kaleb House is they're not like a year-long program or anything. They're a lifelong, like, hey, as long as you need us, we're gonna be here. And there's very, very few organizations that are taking care of kids that were trafficked for longer than a year. I think it's like Kaleb House and one other called Bethany House. So it's pretty cool. With that, go do hard things.